The subject of our workshop was risk management, creator of business value. We looked at the subject by evaluating or assessing the value of our particular roles in our organizations. I think the first major point was that there is no established concept actually to measure the value of risk management. The second most important point was certainly that it's absolutely worthwhile to have that kind of concept. And then when we spoke about actually what we achieved, there was a big majority of people who thought that loss prevention comes first. And loss prevention is the successful contribution we give to the various organizations we work for. Firstly, it's of utmost importance to have transparency about the exposures, but also transparency about losses which have actually occurred, and then tackle those losses and exposures with the appropriate loss prevention measures. So having said that, it's important to create the transparency and to make sure that people are openly speak about what has happened in the organization, which means that any risk management culture must be a no-blame culture, because otherwise people will not speak up, as one of the participants stated. On one hand, there is a particular idea of benchmarking, so it's always good to know that your peers are, if you will, on the same page and have the same problem. But secondly, I think in particular the message of loss prevention and put loss prevention first is something which is a strong message to the counterparties, i.e. primarily the insurers and brokers, that we aim to reduce risk and mitigate risk before we think about transfer of risk to a third party. Well, my sense was it is a very good format, a very innovative format, and it really managed to bring people up to speed, if you will, to participate in this kind of roundtables who do not tend or feel comfortable to raise their voice in other formats. So we had in both rounds a very lively discussion, and I think we achieved very good results. So I appreciate it very much to work in this format with the colleagues.